It's like terrible advice for dealing with vertigo.
Yeah,
Why would they even say that? Hi guys, we're Dan and Michelle with Honeymoon Always, and today we are in Madeira, which is a Portuguese island off the coast of Africa.
Since we moved to Portugal, we've been really excited to check out Madeira. We've heard great things about it, including comparing it to Hawaii, saying it's the Hawaii of Europe. So I am interested to see if that holds up, especially since they say some other things that don't hold up, like calling Aveiro the Venice of Portugal. So we're excited to see how Madeira is.
Our first stop is the Cliff Bay Hotel, and we're super excited about it, so come along.
Today we are doing the most touristy thing ever, which is doing a tour on one of these double-decker buses. I've only done this once before in New York, and Michelle,
I've never done it.
Anyway, I usually plan a ton and know exactly what we're gonna do. Because Madeira is so close to Portugal, and we can get here so easily, and we've been busy, we didn't really think too much about it. So we're gonna start with this overview, learn more about the island, and then go from there.
Honestly, we're having a good time already, so.
Yeah. It's kind of fun because you don't have a tour guide talking to you, you just hear them, and then we can laugh at them and not feel bad about it.
The lines for this cable car can get kind of long, so go early if it's a busy time of year. You can choose a one-way ticket or a return visit, and if you do it just one way, you'll need to come back either by taxi, a long hike, or you can come down with the traditional toboggans. We chose to get a return ticket. At the top of this cable line is this beautiful palace. It's ranked the 13th best botanical garden in the world, which we thought was very specific and kind of funny, but it is really beautiful. There's a ton of great vegetation, and the city views below are lovely. There are a lot of restaurants in Funchal for a great view of the sunset. We went to a Vista restaurant, which is inside the Cliff Bay Hotel, and we loved it. Make sure you get a reservation ahead of time. The restaurant inside the Cliff Bay Hotel was delicious, and as you can see, the view is awesome as well.
So we just looked over that cliff over there.
Yeah.
And the funniest part was driving up here. They have a recorded thing that we're listening to on the bus, and it was
So here's some tips for dealing with vertigo. Number one, imagine yourself jumping off the cliff.
yeah.
And that was it. It's being totally serious.
Yeah. And then there's this long pause, and then it finally gets to, because people hang glide off this thing or parachute off this thing.
It's terrible advice for dealing with vertigo.
Yeah,
Why would they even say that?
What? So that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that's good.
And then Michelle thought it might be a lost in translation thing, but I was actually listening in Portuguese, and no, it said the exact same thing.
One thing we're dealing with right now is that rental cars are very expensive. So instead of getting a rental car for the whole time we were on the island, we just rented one for one day and mapped out a route to see what we wanted to see, and it worked out perfectly. It was 100 euros for the day.
Hey Michelle, people say that Madeira is like the Hawaii of Europe. What do you think?
Well, in my professional opinion, I can see where they say that. I mean, it is unbelievably beautiful here. If you told me that Jurassic Park was filmed here, I would believe you. It's stunning. It is less expensive here, a little less touristy, but equally as magical. This restaurant is the first place we tried bolo de caco, which is traditional Madeiran bread. My goodness, it is delicious. We had it approximately 30 more times over the remainder of our trip. Next, we stopped at the traditional Santana houses, but we only stayed for about 10 seconds because you just kind of see them and then you've seen them. Okay, we just met a really lovely woman who follows our YouTube channel, and she gave us this bird seed. I'm so excited to go use it. I think her name is Jackie. Hi Jackie, thank you.
Seat's taken.
There are a ton of amazing hiking spots in Madeira. This one has a longer trail that takes 6 or 7 hours, but we just did a quick 30-minute version, and it was honestly one of the most incredible things we've ever done. Unfortunately, our camera and phones died basically as soon as we got there, so we don't have that much footage, but regardless, footage really wasn't doing justice for how gorgeous it was. We will be going back for the longer hike the next time we visit. All right, if you've been following our channel at all, you'll know that we love a food tour, and this is one of our favorite food tours we've ever done. It was with Madeira Food on Foot. We got to try a little bit of all of the famous dishes of the area, which we don't always get to do on a food tour, and some of it was so good we went back for actual meals at those places. Plus, the company was great, and we ended up making friends with the other people on our tour and meeting up again with them later for even more food. Our tip is when you're looking for food tours, try to go with a locally owned business as opposed to one of the larger companies with multiple locations in different cities, because you're gonna find somebody who's really passionate about food and sharing their love of food with you. About to go swim with some dolphins. So this tour is called Swimming with Dolphins, but unfortunately the conditions weren't quite right to swim with them, so we were given a partial refund for that. In my opinion, it seems unlikely that they often have the ability to swim with the dolphins. There are a variety of reasons it wasn't right, so we would meet up with the correct breed, but they were feeding or hunting. And then we would meet up with breeds that were too aggressive or too large, so it made it too dangerous. And it just didn't ever seem like it was quite the right time. And I'm not sure, based off of the reviews, that it's often the right time. That being said, it was still an incredible experience and we would do it again. Stuff is amazing. They should have this everywhere in Portugal, in my opinion. It's so good. We happened to be in Madeira during the annual Flower Festival, which included theatrical performances, a parade, and other activities. buy seated tickets for the parade, which we did not do. We were able to check out the floats as they were preparing to leave, so we got to explore that a lot, which was great. And as you can see, the floats are incredible, some of the most beautiful I've ever seen. We did end up staying for a bit of the parade, which we just watched on the sidelines. What were your highlights in Madeira?
For me, it was the day we rented a car, got out of Funchal, and saw the natural beauty of Madeira. Within like a quick drive, we were able to see like tons of cliffs and beautiful scenery.
Feeding the birds. Yeah. For me, I really loved staying at the Cliff Bay Hotel. It was really, really beautiful, wonderful. And I really liked seeing the dolphins.
And the food was really good.
Oh, the food was so good.
Bye, Madeira.